Hello Internet, it is I, the second digit of pi, and I am playing Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Why? Well, I just wanted to share it with you because I've been playing this game for about 8 months now, and according to Origin I have 66 hours logged, so it must have something going for it. So what is this game? It's a third person action RPG with a fun combat system. The combat is the main selling point of this, I think, not the story, although the main story is interesting, but it's proceeding, whoops, what did I just do? It's proceeding so slowly that it kind of loses any momentum it might have had. But the combat is quite fun, and I tend to load it up if I had a bad day at work, or not a bad day, just a stressful day. I get home, I'm tired, I load up this game, I look at the beautiful colours in the scenery, which you can't actually see in this area I'm in right now, and then I go around and kill some things, and I also pick locks, and I loot chests. Yay. Oh, let us feed the psycho. Okay, these are the Tuatha, who are the main bad guys. They're basically, whoa, excuse me, activate the relentless assault ability, which means that they can't interrupt my attacks, and then just hack at them. I mean, I guess I've just lauded the combat in this game, but I guess into the criticism of it, it is kind of easy, and this is hard mode, you know. There's two reasons why these dudes are not really a threat to me. I mean, look at my health meter, top left, that red bar. Look at it. You know, it's on full health. I'm just hacking at these guys. Okay, it's two basic reasons why this combat is so easy. First of all, it just is. Even on a gem of snow. That might be useful. First is, it's just, even on hard mode, there's not that much of a challenge. It just seems to give everyone more hit points. And the second is, the game is misbalanced. You out-level everything very easily. And there's another factor that makes that even worse. And that is that when you enter an area, that area is immediately leveled according to your current level. And it will remain at that level however many times you re-enter the area in the future. And that sounds right, except some of these areas are quite big. So if we look at the map, this is where I am. As you can see, I've visited most of this continent. But this area here, that I'm just moving the cursor around the edges of, this zone is all one area. So once I entered this zone, I went up here. It was immediately leveled according to what level I was then. Then I turned around because I'd gone up there by mistake, and I did all this area, and then I had to come back to here, and this is all leveled to where I was like 5 weeks ago. It's all the enemies are just ridiculously easy as a result, and it also means you don't find good loot. But hey, I don't really want to bash the game because I am having fun. And this is a lore stone. Excuse me. It gives you bits of lore and information about the world, and you also get a bonus if you activate all the lore stones in a group. Okay. Lyra is one of the gods.
She smote the Jotun from the hallowed pinnacle, and never again did they return.
Okay.
Rathir, she named the place where sharp
Rathir. Rathir
is home for all Dokulfar, the lunar crag of Lyria, founded in the 14th year after the parting.
Interesting. Rathir is this place. I haven't been there yet. I'm sort of holding off until I've done everything else there is to do on this continent. I mean, the storyline of this game is that there is a war between the Fae of the Winter Court, who live down here, I think, and everyone else who live, and the player character is somebody who's special. I'll put it that way, because it would take a while to explain the backstory, and as well as being a huge spoiler and not very interesting for all the listeners who aren't playing this game. But the player character is obviously special, and he's on a quest to, well, get over here and... That's interesting. I just realised I have no idea why the player character is on a quest to get over here. I don't know what he's going to do when he gets there. Does a quest log tell me? Nope. That's just about... the next step on the main story quest is to do a task for this general, which involves activating a bunch of wind stones. It doesn't actually tell me why I'm doing it. Interesting. I think I'm just a chosen of destiny or something. Anyway, current quest I'm on is this one, where I'm trying to track down a girl who was attacked by the Tuatha. It's led me here to this castle called Virki, so let's have a look. It's here. At least this is a new area that I've not visited before, so it will be levelled according to my character. Yeah, I mean, the combat is definitely the star in this game. It's definitely the reason to play the game, not the story. The story's interesting, but it's proceeding so slowly that not that interest. It loses momentum, let's put it this way. I don't have any lockpicks. Damn. I can't pick any locks. Okay, I am going to press pause. No, I'm not. I am going to press pause and very quickly go and buy some lockpicks. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I guess it goes to show you should never go adventuring unless you're properly prepared. Okay, now let's see about picking this lock on this chest. This is a mini game similar in some ways to the lock picking in, say, Skyrim, where you just put the pick in a certain way and then try to move the bar to the right, and yeah, the controller vibrates if the pick's about to break, but it's kind of hard to react quick enough to do anything about it. Longbow. Okay, that's worse than the longbow I have, which is the item to the right, so add that to the junk. The game has a useful feature when you're looting it. You hit Y and it adds an item to the junk pot, to your junk category, and when you go to a shop you can just press Y again and it will sell all of your junked items just all at once. That's really quite useful. But okay, so we're looking for this girl. She's allegedly up here. Let's see where she is. The side quests in this game are probably its weak point, to be fair. There's a lot of iffy voice acting. There's a lot of Buckler of Ice Warding. Useless. Enduring Shoes. No, that's not going to help. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of iffy voice. Not iffy, just... Whoa, I need to save her, apparently. A lot of... okay, let's just do this fight before I talk about the voice acting. Oh, excuse me. Coughing a bit. Frog in my throat. See, these Tuatha slightly tougher than the last ones. Not all that much tougher, but they are at least appropriately levelled. Okay, they're not all that much threat to me. I can just use the bow to soften this one up from a distance. I mean, the game has a magic system, but
my work
sorry.
Here isn't done. Unless you're going deeper into Virki, I'll take my leave.
Yeah, I'll go with you, lady. Oh, your father sent me to fetch you, by the way.
The work is done. You'll just
okay.
have to help.
What work are you doing?
Water gates in the depths of this place. They must have found them. That's their way in.
Okay, so you're trying to stop Tuatha getting in. How do you know that? That's a good question.
Crawling out of here every time we pass. As for the gates, I remember them from when I was a child, before the Tuatha came.
Yeah, I'll help you, lady, because that's what I do.
Well, thank you.
I go around helping people.
We just might make it. Let's go.
And I have a mohawk.
Are we going?
That voice acting was actually pretty good, to be fair. But there's a lot of kind of more combat. Dudes, you don't stand a chance, because I have level 33 or something. I have lots of abilities. See, I can do this. I can just make spikes shoot out of the ground. What can you do? What can you do? Okay. So where was I? Yeah. There's a lot of sort of dull side quests in this game. This isn't one of them by the looks of it. This actually seems quite interesting because for once you're actually fighting the main enemy. I mean, the Tuatha are theoretically the bad guy, the big bad guys, but you actually quite rarely fight them. So they were in the prologue, and then they were in something that happened about 10 hours into the game. That's been about it until now, and it's starting to encounter them now because I'm at the eastern edge of the continent, and they're all coming from the eastern continent and trying to invade. But yeah, side quests, a lot of boring ones. Maybe if you're not a ridiculous completionist like I am, maybe you should. Epic music. Maybe it's best to skip them, but hey, I like to know that I've not missed anything cool. And if I was skipping side quests, I would have skipped this one. And oh, there's another one. I thought it was just the one guy. Dum pom pom. Weapons in this game are pretty good. There's swords, which is what I'm using now. You can use great swords and hammers, which are slower but do more damage. There's daggers and fey blades, which are quicker and do less damage per hit. The sword seems pretty good, although I am on the lookout for a good set of fey blades. I think that'd be a cool thing to use. There is a magic system, but I went melee. I've concentrated pretty much mostly on melee, a little bit of archery. And it's done quite well for me. It's using a satisfying experience. I'm no doubt the magic would have yielded a satisfying experience too. Oh boy. Okay, I was about to talk about reckoning mode, and I realised I can't right now because I don't have enough fate points. Die, Tuatha, die. Combat reminds me a bit of Darksiders. Darksiders 1. I've not finished that game. I keep meaning to go back to it and finish it off because I was enjoying it. I just got to I got to the bit where you have to shoot the horse rider with the gun, and I just couldn't do it. And then I got fed up and started playing something else instead. But I do keep meaning to go back to it. Okay, we're going deeper into this place. Actually, you do get a little bit sick of the epic music from time to time because not quite enough variety. But hey, yeah. These guys aren't really a threat to me either. For all that they're appropriately leveled and they've got yellow names instead of grey names, they're just not a threat at all. Okay, let's look at the local map. Where does that go? That goes to the Twilly coast. Okay, we need to go this way. Okay, Tuatha raiders must die. There's probably more Tuatha than I've killed I've probably killed more Tuatha in this video than I've killed in the entire rest of the game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've dealt a lot of death in this game. The stats say I've killed 3,179 enemies and dealt over 3 million points of damage. Yep. Okay, this dude. The lever to the gates. Throw it. Can I sneak up behind him? I'm not really a sneaky kind of character. It just seemed like kind of a cool thing to do. Yeah, the game kind of treats the edges of cliffs like walls, which means you can't really fall off them. Sometimes you'll see dead bodies fall off cliffs, but that's the only thing that does. Okay, we need to throw this lever. Just have to close one of the sluice gates or whatever they were called, and then presumably there's 2 more levers to throw. Yeah. The main quest in this game is really what interests me. Probably what keeps me playing. I mean, the combat is fun, and I enjoy playing it. So, but I'm also curious to know how this ends. See, that guy did not fall off the edge of the cliff. Curious to know how it ends. Yeah. Okay, loot his treasure sack. Ha ha ha. That sounds dirty, doesn't it? You know, I hate it when people loot my treasure sack. But, yeah. What can you say, really? Okay, so what have we here? We have more bad guys incoming. And now I can do Reckoning Mode. Reckoning Mode is basically like a super mode. As you kill people, your fate meter, which is that purple bar between under the health at the top left, goes up. And when it's full, you can enter Reckoning Mode, which is like a special God mode, effectively, where you do more damage and you move faster. And then as you kill people, once you've killed enough people, you can just hit A, and then you get like a quick time event where you can slaughter somebody in an inventive way. And there's quite a few of those animations. I don't really notice them being repetitive. And you also get, I think you get double experience when you're in Reckoning Mode or something like that. Oh no, you can get double experience based on the sort of quick time event and mashing whichever button it tells you to mash. Okay. None of those guys had interesting loot. What a shame. Yeah, I mean the areas being leveled wrongly does kind of mean that I've not been getting interesting loot for a long time, because everything I find is just too low level. I look, hopefully maybe, I mean, see, this longsword is much worse than the longsword I've got now. You know, take it and sell it, but it's not good stuff. It's not good enough for me to actually use it. It's frustrating, because I quite like finding new stuff that's maybe a little bit better than what I've got and switching to use that. And see, find Silvernite Helm. It's got slightly better armor than what I'm using now, but what I'm using now has those boosts to damage, which I quite like. So I'm just going to keep using that. Okay, so another gate closed.
They can't get in this way anymore. Let's go.
She's a talker, isn't she? We stop them?
It's finished. Return with me. If I know my father, he'll want to thank you.
Sure.
Are we going?
We're going. Which means we just have to run back through the empty dungeon and talk to this lady's father. Oh, actually, shortcut, of course. We can go up here. And then we can fast travel to where her father was, which was this village over here. Because it's going to take 10 minutes or something to run there. Okay, where was your father, my dear?
You've returned. I will never forget what you have done for me. And Amalur. No thanks could ever be enough, but please, accept this humble reward.
Okay, we have a new amulet. What does it do? Boost to 10% health regen second. You know, I'm actually going to keep using this because this is a flat regeneration thing. Boost +1 where this is +10%. I think the flat boost is going to be better. Okay, well, this is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I'm having fun with it. You know, so long as you don't go into it expecting Skyrim. Oh, look how green that... I love the scenery. Just look how green the earth is in this area. I mean, that is... It's beautiful. I mean, the land is beautiful. It's not beautiful in the same way that Skyrim is beautiful. It's very stylized, but it's a style that works, and it's a style that's appropriate for the story, which is very much about fairy tales and sort of the end of a fairy tale era. But yeah, so don't go into the game expecting Mass Effect or Skyrim, but for what it is, it's a fun action RPG. It's got dynamic, fluid combat. I'm having fun with it. I'm going to keep playing. And I am the second digit of pi, signing out. See you soon. Bye bye.